to my vlog. Hello, I am Georgina. I am the Honest Vocal Coach. I'm also a psychic and I have this lovely vlog. So welcome if you are joining my vlog for the first time. Today is Monday and I've had the morning off. I feel nicely refreshed. I had a sleep in. I've had a lovely shower. Not that I don't shower, obviously. But just really taken my time, had some nice breakfast. I had the no-fat fire yogurt with the salted caramel, protein powder in, a little bit of chocolate sprinkles on the top for breakfast. That's all I've had so far. I should really be doing some reaction videos, but I really needed a bit of time to just recharge. I did have a holiday, I know that, but since I got back from my holiday, it was like hit the ground running and just do and just constantly doing things. So this morning I've had the morning off to potter about, but I'll show you what I did do that I'm really proud of. I made my first pumpkin. How cute is that? So I used chunky yarn, So Crafty. I can't remember whether I got it from Home Bargains or where I got it from, but I got it because it was a nice mustard colour. I wanted to try out the chunky yarn and do a small one first to see how it would work up. And now I've got the hang of the pattern, I'm going to do bigger ones. I've got some really beautiful oranges, some deep sort of rusty oranges and some bright orange in DK. But I've got plenty of this to use up. So I'm going to make a slightly bigger one. I made my own leaves and little stem, and it really didn't take very long. And I did my own pattern. I've been searching through patterns on YouTube, and they all wanted me to do a chain and then go the back bumps. And I find it really fiddly doing the back bumps to create that sort of rib effect. So what I've done is triple crochet and then just flip. So triple crochet one line, flip, go the other way, triple crochet, go the other way. So it's created this kind of ribbed effect. And it's brilliant. Once you've tied... shall I do a tutorial? If you want a tutorial, let me know and I'll do a tutorial for a pumpkin. I filled it with a bunch of trimmed off bits of yarn, so it's all completely, you know, there's no plastic in there whatsoever. It's all yarn based, and I'm really pleased with it. Look how cute it is. So I'm going to make a bigger one. I've just started, and I'm going to put them in the window of the shop and have them for sale. I've got other ideas for different colours, really bright ones with black stripes and things. But I think it's fab. I'm very pleased with that. Really pleased. I wanted to address a comment that I got on my YouTube this morning. So let me just get it up here. Right, so the comment is, you didn't do all right. That's underpaid income below minimum wage. You are really selling yourself short. I don't get why you are hustling at your age. Must be exhausting. Should play the game smarter. Now, what I think this person is referring to is the car boot sale that I did yesterday. So what they're saying is that I shouldn't be hustling at my age, which I think is a little bit ageist, if I'm honest. What does that mean? You know, when you're... What age? What age should you stop doing things? She's also put, or they, I don't really know, I really think you're wearing yourself out when your body gives signals you ignore and are in your close to 50s. It's harmful. You're not 21. Okay, so, no, I'm not 21, and I do understand that I do have limitations now with my health. I've had... God, let's add it up. 3 heart surgeries, 2 heart procedures. I've now got a pacemaker with ICD. So I've gone through a fair bit. So I do know my limitations. But what tends to happen with me is that if my depression is bad, it creeps up and I start to get fed up when I'm in the middle of things. And then I just drop it and stop doing it. So sometimes I have to battle through that depression and just keep going. Keep going, because you'll come out of the other side. If I let it take over and just stop me from doing things, I'm going to be moping around all of the time. And that's kind of what happened on Saturday when I was painting Liz's house, Liz's spare room, which is going to be my new crafty YouTube room. And I got to a point where I'd done the sanding and it was just crap. It were awful. I was using this massive sander. The sandpaper kept coming off the ends, and then I kept having to put it back on again. So I'm trying to hold this thing up ladders. It's, vibrating as they do. And it was just a shit job. I'm wearing a mask as well. And it was a crap job, but it needed doing, and it's done now. So I've kind of moved on. And I just felt really poo after it, thinking, why did I sign up for this? Why? Why am I doing this? But things that are worth doing are always going to have moments that you don't enjoy. We all have to do the things to get to the end process. Something I've always said about jobs is that sometimes to get up the ladder, you have to do the crappy stuff to get there. I started off doing babysitting, washing up jobs, working in shoe shops. I worked in Asda. I did numerous different types of jobs to get you on the run to learn, to sort of progress. And there's always going to be some rubbishy bits along any journey to get to the end point, which is what makes it so special when you reach it. Like this little pumpkin, just as an example, I was getting stressed out with all of these different patterns online. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't like that pattern. Why don't I just try it myself and figure it out myself? And I did do it wrong. And then I had to reverse, rip, and do it again. And then I eventually got to a point where I'm really happy with it. This is my first little prototype, and I'll keep going. So nothing's going to be perfect first time, and there's always going to be shit bits. There just is. So going back to what she was saying about, aren't you at a point in life where you don't need to hustle anymore? Yeah, you've actually got quite a point there. When I moved into the shop last year, there was part of me that was like, yeah, I can do this again. I can do it. I've done it before. I've launched businesses. I've run businesses. I've started again. I can do it again. I can do it again. But then when you start and you're just like overwhelmed by it all, advertising and setting up websites and setting up different platforms from Etsy to Shopify to all of those things, to making sure you've got the right stock in the shop, to leafleting, to building a customer base, to just you think, why have I done this? Why have I done this? And why am I doing it again? And this is the question I've asked myself many times, and I probably still haven't come to an answer yet. Why can't you get to a point in life where everything's done and finished and you just earn money and it just comes in and you don't have to do an awful lot for it, like a passive income, for example, and it just potters in, and that's it. But that's not how life is. I would love that to happen and to have set everything up and it just work. But that's not the way things are. It's not. I mean, YouTube, if I don't continue to add videos, the earnings that I have will just fizzle out and there'll be like a little minuscule bit of amount of money coming in. But it's a thing that you've got to do constantly. There's not many things that you can do once and then get a passive income for it. One example would be to write a course, which can take quite a long time, let me tell you. You write your course, you put it out there for the world to buy and to use, but it's never just finished. You've then got to interact with those that have bought the course and so on. And it is nice every time someone logs onto the course, decides to buy it, you get a little bit of chunk of money and so on. But you still have to kind of keep things moving. You don't just stop and then that's it. There's always more to do. Drop shipping on Amazon. You can set it up to a point where you don't even have to do anything, but the amount of work you do at the beginning and the upkeep later on, there's still stuff to do. So name me a job where you don't have to do anything. It's just done and that's it. That would be just fantastic. There are plenty of passive income streams, and there's plenty of options where you can just go and work for a shop and let them pay you. But I like working for myself. I just enjoy it. I like having a different outlook every day. Like today, I'm teaching later on. I've been doing crochet this morning, making pumpkins. Yesterday I did a car boot sale. Tomorrow I'm meeting Alex for lunch. Wednesday I'm back in the shop. Thursday I'm teaching. I've got readings. So my income is constantly moving. I'm not absolutely loaded. I'm not like, you know, one of these amazing YouTubers who earns a fortune. But because I've got all these strings to my bow, I just keep it potter, and I've built all these things up in a way that kind of happens. So I don't know if that kind of responds to the comments or not. And one final thing, actually, the age thing, I do understand. I do get it that your body's not going to be able to handle things as well as it used to do, but you kind of adapt to that. And occasionally, if you do need to have someone come in and do a job for you, which, you know, I know other people can do certain things better than me, then I'll pay them money to do it if that needs to happen. But if I can do it myself, this has always been one of my mantras, if I can do it myself, then I'm going to do it, because I'm going to be a better business owner for it. I'm going to know all the ins and outs, and I'm going to be a better employer and just a better business person. And also I don't know, what makes 50 an issue? Yes, I can't work as hard as I used to physically, and sometimes I probably do push myself a little bit hard, but I've just had a pacemaker fitted. I'm still learning how far I can push myself. So it's getting the balance, really. I'm not out of breath anymore, which is fantastic, because that was a really struggle of a time, that. But I'm not out of breath anymore. And things are going well. I'm moving house. We're moving in with Liz to help her, because I'm not going to say how old she is, but she's getting to be an older lady. So we're moving in to help her, get the house done up for her. And, you know, all round, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. And the fact that I've got John working at the shop for me has been fantastic. That's just like lifted some stress. And I've still got time to be creative, make pumpkins or cardigans or whatever else, as well as work, which is a great balance, isn't it? Well, I think it is. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree with what this person said? Do you not agree? And let's get into it. Let's have a bit of a chit chat.